So I can classify myself as a yapper, and I'm gonna be yapping today. So get ready for this, because I'm gonna rant. And what I'm gonna yap about is gonna be electric cars. I hate electric cars. And I already know the Tesla fanboys, but I save money on gas. I'm saving the environment. I don't care. I hate the environment. I'm gonna drive my 7.2 liter V8 that does 9 miles a gallon and it's just gonna burn everything in its way. No, but all jokes aside, we are gonna talk about EVs and why I'm honestly not the biggest fan of EVs. My name is Evo and you're watching God Next. So my whole thing with electric cars is the sustainability of this whole thing. So as we've seen, I'm going to speak about the US primarily just because I live here and I know this, infrastructure and market better than like other nations. But in America, I feel like the sustainability or the infrastructure of the electric cars just isn't there yet. I mean, as we can see this, sure, Tesla's got a multitude of, supercharging stations everywhere, but up until I believe last month, and we're recording this in April of 24, Tesla didn't let anybody use their chargers unless you had a special plug. And I mean, now you still need the plug, but now they're allowing every other manufacturer to use it. So now if you drive a Ford Mach-E, Porsche Taycan, you can charge them at supercharging stations, which is good. But up until now, you basically either had to charge at your house or like to find one of those universal Electrify America chargers. And if we're being honest, they didn't charge fast enough. The Tesla ones do, but the other ones don't. And I know this from personal experience. We did a road trip with a Mach-E up to a certain part of Nevada, almost got stuck because when we plugged it into the Electrify America charger, it told us it was going to take 17 and a half hours to charge to 80%. We were like 30%. That's ridiculous. And then if we plugged it into the Tesla one with the adapter, an hour and a half. So that's great, I guess you could say, but it still slows down. I guess my biggest issue with these electric cars is I love doing road trips, and it just seems like it's an inconvenience because with my gas car, I just stop. It takes me 2 minutes to fill it up, and I'm back on the road if I'm in a hurry. With the electric car, I got to plan this out. I got to stop at this certain location, probably try to find food for like an hour because it needs to charge or whatever, maybe hang out inside the car, but it's just an inconvenience. And it just doesn't make much sense to me, especially from a car guy aspect of I like doing road trips with my friends and all this. My friends are going to be driving while I'm sitting there charging my electric car. I mean, it's kind of weird. Sure, you can say that electric cars are really fast. The Tesla Plaid has like a 1.9 seconds 0 to 60. Great. But that's all it has. It's just quick in a straight line. I mean, it's kind of a gimmick. I mean, and I'm going to use this overplayed car, but the GT3 RS from Porsche, it's not 1.9 seconds 0 to 60, but it's a super fast car on the track. Take it out in the canyon, super fun. The sound it makes is amazing. It's a super pretty car. The electric cars don't do that because it seems like all electric cars have that one look. They're all really bubbly, really rounded because for aerodynamic purposes, but it compromises like the looks of the car. I feel like automakers can't go as like crazy as they can with like gas powered cars just because they have to try to get the most range out of them, the most aerodynamics. And I guess another one of my biggest gripes is battery life. I'm going to use, for example, a 2010, and I know this isn't a full electric car, but Mercedes S400 hybrid. The Mercedes tried this back like 14 years ago and it didn't work out well because the batteries just weren't up to spec. And I know people are gonna be like, well, no, we're in 2024. Batteries are much better. That's true. But you still have to think about it. These batteries in these cars are not cheap to replace. I think on the Taycan, the batteries are like 30 grand. If you go, like if the battery dies, it's probably like 25, 30 grand, maybe even more. I don't know. But you got to think about that. Like these cars aren't cars that you can keep forever. These aren't your 1990s diesel that is going to run for like the next 50 generations. These cars have an end life. And that's the problem is they're basically, the way I see it is they're forcing you to buy these electric cars and keep buying them because these cars aren't made to last 10, 15, 20 years. And someone's going to bring up the argument, well, there's a Tesla Model S out there from 2013 with 700,000 miles. Right, but it's had 3 battery replacements. It doesn't make much sense as to why there's such a hardcore push about electric cars nowadays when I would much rather go buy a gas-powered car that's going to last double the lifetime of this electric car. And I don't have to worry about changing batteries for 25, 30 grand. My 12-volt battery in the car is 120 bucks at AutoZone. I mean, like, you know, again, not a very good comparison right there, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. And please, if if you're an expert, if you're some kind of an engineer or something with electric cars, let us know down below. Because if I'm wrong, please correct me. I'd love to learn. I just don't think I'm wrong in this instance because it doesn't make sense. I've driven a bunch of electric cars, not just from one brand, and they're all the same. They all do the same thing, no noise. They're just there. It's almost like they're NPC cars. Like, I don't know, you're like the main character in the video game and you just see the car driving around like in GTA. I mean, it's nothing special. You know, I've never heard of somebody like, go into a car meet and they see a Lambo and they freak out. Kids freak out. Oh my God, it's a Lamborghini. It's yellow. It's this. You see a Tesla on the road. Nobody goes, oh my God, is that a Tesla? Oh my God. Nobody does that because they're NPC cars. And I mean, again, great on Elon Musk for making them accessible and cheap now. I mean, a Model 3 starts at 28 grand now. Awesome. That's cool. Again, it just, in my opinion, doesn't make much sense unless you specifically buy Teslas, which kind of seems like they're forcing you into one kind of a car. And in my opinion, I just don't like the way Teslas look. I think they're boring and they're kind of ugly. But again, let us know down below. I'd love to hear what you guys all think because this is a interesting topic that I feel like is going to cause some discourse, which is what, I mean, I'm kind of looking for it. I want the smoke. So give me the smoke. I want the smoke. Let me know. And I guess we'll converse in the comments. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you keep watching this channel. We're going to keep posting stuff like this. Of course, reviews and everything. So we'll catch you in the next video.